Hi, it's Tuesday Inspiration with Toby. Thank you very much for joining me. I want to really appreciate you for your continuous support and for reaching out to me every Tuesday after the videos are being dropped. So let's just look at a topic for today, which is influence. Influence. How well do you crave to be someone who is influential? How well do you want to be known in what you do? If you look at that question, the obvious answer will be so much. So many of us want to be people of influence. We want to be people who are known. We want to be people who can impact our generations and just make a meaning. So many of us want to do so many things. We want to walk into rooms and get noticed. We want to get to places and people begin to help us even without asking for help. What then is influence? Most of us think that getting to be influential would be that you have a lot of money, you have a lot of cars, you have a lot of houses. Yes, so that's how you can now say, oh, I am somebody who is of high repute or somebody who has high influence. But that can be wrong, that can just be misleading. Now, if you want to look at your life as someone who is growing, you want to look at your life as someone who is learning, you would know that influence is way more than you just amassing wealth for yourself. Is more than you just getting all properties or all houses and all that you would think of, all of these material things. To be someone who is influential is to be someone who has a purpose, who is out to help a lot of people to discover themselves, who wants to help people to just be able to stand on their own regardless of the situation. You just want somebody to just progress, and that's alone is what influence is all about. The more people you're able to influence to get to discover themselves, the more people you're able to help to be able to stand on their own would be the connections you would have once you want to get something done. For example, if you're somebody who does not relate with people, you feel like, oh yes, you are the boss of everybody. You feel like, yeah, you're at the top and you don't need anybody. How did you get to the top? You got to the top not because you're influential, but because of maybe the connections you built over the years. So if you must sustain your level of highness or your level of royalty, so to say, you must be somebody who wants to maintain that high level of influence. People must see you as somebody who is ready to help them regardless of what they have to give you in return. If you walk into a room and you don't get noticed, it's not a problem. What the problem will be is when you walk out of that room and people don't still know that yes, somebody who is meaningful has actually come to do something very meaningful. For example, you're into public speaking and you keep speaking to people and all you're just saying is maybe you're just doing garbage in, garbage out just to please yourself, and you're not trying to even see what the people you're speaking with or speaking to turning into. It's not going to be so interesting. You want to speak and see people grow. You want to speak and make people just know that there's more to life than what they're currently doing. You must constantly live your life with the mindset that you want to be a person of great influence wherever you go to, wherever you step to, wherever your name is mentioned. People should be able to say, oh, I know that guy, I know that girl, I know that this person is a reputable person, this person is a person that would provide solution to all problems at every point in time. The whole essence of being influential, of being a person of influence, is to impact people, is to help people grow, is to help people discover themselves, is to help people sustain that success that they already have. You know that it is always the truth to say that the connections you build today would help you in future. Not necessarily you as a person, it might help your family, help your generation. It's important you just try to influence people in your little space. It's not until you get to be the wealthiest man in the world before you become a person of influence. In that your little corner, in that your office, in that your school, in that your society, in your house where you stay, you must be somebody whose impact is always felt. You must be somebody whose impact is always felt, such that when you're not around, people begin to say, "Oh, how I wish that this person was around." But not because they are missing you, but because there are some things that you do ordinarily that just makes everything go smoothly. So being a person of influence is somebody who has the attribute or ability to make things go smoothly or provide solutions to problems, like I stated earlier. You should not just also be a person of influence and allow people to miss you. You must also get that thing that is pushing you into others as much as possible positively. People must always learn from you and begin to probably follow your footsteps. You however need to just do a major thing. You have to work on yourself in all areas. You have to be helpful to others. I've said that earlier, but that's important. You have to help people. You have to build the right connection. This is what influence should majorly be about. This is from John C. Maxwell. He said, "The unsuccessful person is burdened by learning and prefers to walk down familiar paths. Their distaste for learning stunts their growth and limits their influence. If you don't enjoy yourself, if you don't see yourself like someone who wants to be impactful, if you don't see yourself like somebody who wants to actually learn how to do the right things, then you'll just be someone who will not even be recognized, who will not even have an impact on yourself and even the world at large." This is also from Roy T. Bennett. He said, "One of the best ways to influence people is to make them feel important." Always try to make people feel important. Don't make people feel less of themselves because you're high up there. Don't make people feel less of themselves because you probably have more money than they do, or you probably have more experience, or you have more skills than they do. No, don't try to do that. Just try to ensure that people are getting the best out of life and building connections and sustaining those connections, and are also being impactful, so that they don't become a problem to the society. Rather, they will be people of influence. If you have so many people of influence in the society, you see that the society will begin to grow and expand. So why not just be a person of influence? Change your attitude towards others. Change your attitude towards helping others. Help others. Don't just be someone who just wants to be successful alone. Help others to be successful, and that way you would be a person of influence. So I'll see you next week, Tuesday. I hope I've been able to inspire you today, and I hope you're being influenced positively via this Tuesday inspiration. So I'll see you next week, Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. Have a blessed Tuesday. Bye.